checkered flag waiting for her. From Puducherry, Lani Zena takes victory.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
The feeling of track itself made me so much more happy, and I felt so good riding, and that was like my therapy. When you're on a corner, you're holding the bike at the tire's limit, so you lean a little more forward, you're going to crash. So riding in that limit and experiencing that risk throughout with the adrenaline pumping, and that is what makes me ride. I got into racing at a very young age. When I was about 4.5, 5 years, I saw my dad racing. When that time I didn't know what racing was, so I was just cheering for my dad to win.
Audio Jungle.
Eventually, my dad also had raced before. He's raced in tracks, and but he wasn't like racing for championship or something. He's tried his hand, but he was also racing rallies, and he's won so many podiums in rallies. When I first wanted to get into racing, my dad was against the idea because of the risk factors involved in motorsports. But when he saw me race for the first time, he was somewhat convinced. And when he saw me the selections, he was very happy, and he was too proud. He was always an inspiration to me. I always wanted to beat my dad. Even when I was in karting, I always wanted to beat my dad. I don't see anybody else as a competition. So beating my dad was the biggest thing for me.
Audio Jungle.
I had the raw pace, I had the speed, and with just that I got selected among 16 riders. I got selected 8th place. And when I went for the first round, I was like, okay, I'm in 8th place now. So being in top 10 is not going to be very difficult. There's 16 people, and I had crashed almost in all the sessions. So after the first round, it kind of broke me. I was like, no, maybe this is not my cup of tea. So I was definitely not motivated to go to the second round, but we already made the entry for the second round. So I thought, okay, this is it. This round I will ride, and I'm not gonna ride anymore. But fortunately, before I got into the second round, I met my coach, and we got introduced to a mutual friend. So one day before the race weekend, one practice, I got trained by him. That race weekend itself, I was able to perform in the top 5, and the next round, immediately I was on the podium.
Audio Jungle.
I knew it from that moment that I saw that she was a champ. She has all the potential. With hard work and the right guidance, that she can make it. She had that raw speed, and she wasn't scared.
Audio Jungle.
The progression between my first year and the second year, that 6 months, it was huge. That difference made everybody at track turn their heads to me.
It was too wild, too aggressive, but that was good. I didn't want to take that away. I just wanted to mold it and take it in the right way so that she can just be fast. She was fast all over the place when I saw her. I just wanted to make sure she's getting fast in the right place.
Lani getting an incredible start off the front here. Hakuna Matata it is.
And coming back the next year, it was a total different story, because competing and finishing in 3rd and 4th in the last year without knowing what racing was. Then when I taught the basics, 6 months time, and going back into racing, I changed the face of it. I was there competing at the top throughout the season.
Well, Hakuna Matata to you, Lani. Keep it steady. Will you be able to take the checkered flag, take that trophy back home to Puducherry?
So there was this last race during last season where she had a broken finger, and it was the nationals. It was the national racings. With one hand, I think she practically completely raced through all her laps, and she came second.
In P2 is Lani Zena from Pondicherry. What a tough race, but she takes P2.
Audio Jungle.
I was very happy with the race because it was one of the best races that I've had. And as I said, I'm not riding for the trophies but for the happiness and the feeling of racing.
Audio Jungle.
Obviously, I'm worried considering the kind of crashes she had. So the worry is always there. But I always also know that, she's progressed and she's going to do better, and she will be there.
Audio Jungle.
Every time before the race starts, when I'm on the grid, I definitely have collie wobbles. I have like all the anxiety in the world right there. But once the lights are off, it's a different story.
And Lani Zena takes a flying start. Number 97 there from P2 from Pondicherry.
When it comes to a race, we won't be very serious. We know what we are there to do. We are there in the first place because we love what we do.
I think there would be other people who would say different things probably, but I still see her as the same. The prankster she is, the tomboy she is.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
To grow and let others grow. So in that way, I have brought a lot of new girl riders to the team, and that has definitely given me a lot of happiness. And not just girls, I look forward for the sport growing together with me.
Audio Jungle.
What are you waiting for, bro? Chill the fever 91.9 cause
To manage my expenses, so I used to go to college, I used to do part-time, and I used to race at the same time. Financial crunches has definitely helped me to be a better rider because as a person, as a racer, I know I'll be able to ride in any given circumstance. Without brakes, without clutch, without tires, I'll still be able to ride and win. It gave me that confidence and gave me the edge over others. It's all about the passion. Your passion will take you to places. My goal now is to be in MotoGP, and that's how much motivated I am today. I'm Zena, and I'm a psychologist and a professional motorcycle racer.